Okay, welcome to another Behind the Vlog. Just a random intermittent one. Next week I've got a couple of weeks till Blueprint. So this is like a couple of weeks before Blueprint. So I'm just doing a bit of interim sort of vlog. I'm just I want to use the mic because it's very windy today. The weather's changing, autumn's now starting to kick in. And I just thought I'd spend a Saturday out of the office, which is the first time for a long time. And it's actually nice to not be doing too much music-wise or whatever. Here he says doing this. But yeah, I just thought I'd do some vloggy stuff, make a start on the next one. I'm going to be talking about maybe a few things coming up for next year. There's a few people have mentioned about me covering the same event more than once. I just want to kind of nip that one in the bud quickly. The reason why I've vlogged certain events more than once is because I am actually involved with that brand and I'm kind of committed to those brands. So I do have to prioritize those. I do cover other events. I do try to be as varied as I can, but yeah, it's not easy. So yeah, just covering, as many brands as I can, especially going into 2025. So you can probably see my reflection and how professional I am. Hey. But yeah, it's going to be a busy next 5 months. Yeah, summer's been a bit clingy today. Don't understand why. So yeah, so the issue with covering the same brand more than once is because I am physically involved with those such brands. But that doesn't mean to say I'm not going to be covering other brands as well, which is why I do try and encourage promoters to get in contact, and I can do what I can, providing they work out for me in terms of scheduling and financially viable to get to and from those events. On that note, a lot of these vlogs come out of my pocket. I pay the fuel, I go to the event, sometimes I buy the ticket as well, just to cover the event and to hopefully give you an after movie and something that perhaps you enjoy and you can relate to. So a lot of what I do does come out of my pocket. Yeah, I have dubbyenergy as a sponsor, but it's only, it's more of a commission-based job. So I am looking for more sponsors. I am looking for more people to get on board and support this project. So if anybody out there wants to sponsor this channel, please get in contact. All my socials are on in the description below. So, any information or any way contacting me is easy enough. So yeah, that's pretty much long and short of what's going to be happening maybe for the rest of 2024. There's a few big events that I'm going to cover this year. I know I mostly focus on the smaller events, but I've had a few people saying, well, why don't you go as a clubber to more bigger events? Raving, for me, physically, I struggle to dance at the best of times because I have physical impairments, but I still enjoy the music and I still vibe with whoever's playing, whatever the genre. And obviously, if the vibe on the night is right, then obviously you're going to buzz off that. So, yeah. So that's kind of going to be the idea with Trancecodas vlog on Fright night. I've never been to a Fright night event, which is quite bizarre, really, in the God knows how many years it's been going. And I kind of want to give, excuse the wind if you can hear it, I kind of want to give a bit of a clubber's perspective with the after movie instead of a DJ's perspective. I mean, they might let me behind the booth and might be able to get some shots, but I'm not too bothered about that because, you know, it's not normally an event I would cover, nor, you know, as usual. So, but yeah, I'm going to be doing that vlog at the end of October. So start of October, doing Blueprint. End of October, I'm doing Trancecoda. Don't know whether to do it as a main vlog or behind the scenes, but I'll work it out as I go along. November, Technopia. Now, this is a bit of a weird one. I've ended up playing at the. I've ended up being asked to play at this event, even though I let the promoter know that I'm coming down and I was filming, and he's asked me to play. So I'm like, okay. It is a back-to-back, so it's going to be very interesting how it works out. But yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that. So that adds a dimension to the Technopia vlog. And then end of November, I'm back at OTR. Now, it's been a year, pretty much, nearly. Well, 11 months, really, since I was last at Off the Rails. Off the Rails was the first vlog of this year, and it's also one of the latter vlogs of this year as well. The reason why I'm back at OTR is, again, I support them, and I help them with their media side things to a degree. And again, they're a brand that really need more support than they do. And people will say to me, says, well, why have you said that when, you know, they've got a constantly good crowd and the DJs are playing like bigger events and stuff. What I mean by that is they're not a brand that you normally see too much on the radar. It's very strange with Off the Rails because you know they're there, you know they exist, you know they're a brilliant brand, you know what they do. But then sometimes it's just this, when we talk trance events in the UK, not many people mention Off the Rails, which is really strange because a percentage of those people, if not a majority of them, go to the Off the Rails events and support Off the Rails. It's quite strange. It's something I've just picked up on the last few months because there's been other trance brands getting more limelight than them, which I found a little strange. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I've missed something somewhere and I've not, I've overlooked something. I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, I'm back at Off the Rails anyway, end of November, supporting them, obviously helping them with the brand, doing their after movie, providing you guys with a VaderMonkey vlog and stuff like that. So that's going to be great. And then we're into December. Now, December has become a bit of a strange one for me because I have a gig that I am playing, but I can't announce anything. Not just yet anyway, until the brand do the full announcement. But I am playing on the 7th of December, and that's all I can tell you. On the 13th of December, instead of doing Cuckoo, because Cuckoo has basically cancelled, I am now playing, not playing, sorry, I'm now filming that what would have been that vlog at an event called Future Chic or something like that. I need to get the details up. If not, I'll probably stuck a graphic up here by now. So yeah, I'm not playing at that. I'm filming. Sorry, I'm getting my 7th and 13th mixed up. God knows why. Right, I'll start again. I'm filming on the 13th of December this Future Chic event. It's at MN1 in Manchester. You have Brandon Block, Alex P, all the house masters in one room, in the main room anyway. Second room, you have some upcoming talent. And in the third room, believe it or not, there's a certain little brand called Trance Unleashed. So that's going to be brilliant. So I'll be able to see the guys from Trance Unleashed in there doing what they do. So kind of get a 3-for-1 with that one. And then towards the end of December, it's not going to be an actual vlog. Well, it's going to be a vloggy vlog, but it's not really. It's going to be a 24 recap. How I'm going to do it this year, I don't know, because I have a lot more after movies. and I could do a content video just purely of after movies, which I'm sure you guys would appreciate. I kind of want to do something on the travel parts as well, because I've covered quite a lot of miles this year, and I'm quite, I mean, I enjoy driving. I love driving all over the UK. Doesn't matter what time of day, where it is, you know, I enjoy driving to these events, and that's all part of the adventure. Now, on the previous VaderMonkey vlog, I'd got the footage for that travel sequence, and I had an issue with the corrupt files and what have you, which absolutely put a spanner in it. So obviously, as you'll probably see from that vlog, I explained the situation. So that's the only travel video I haven't really got this year. All the rest have been, So yeah, I've travelled all over UK. I would like to do a few more South Coast ones, maybe. Again, it's just, you know, it comes out of my pocket, so obviously it would be more expensive, so it has to be financially viable to do them. But yeah, there's a few vlogs on the cards for next year, which hopefully should be more interesting as far as the travel. So I might do a travel video where just me, just, you know, just sequences of different events and wherever. Also, as well, I was counting how many events I've promoted so far, and it's already got to nearly a couple hundred events, which is crazy. I didn't realise. I mean, some of which obviously I've been promoting for months and months and months, so they don't exactly count. But yeah, there's been quite a few. So yeah, vlogs and events and travel. So I might just do sort of a best of 24 sort of after movie travel events. I don't know, something like that. I've not thought too much about it, because those 2 weeks as well I want to dedicate to my family. Yeah, on about the last 2 weeks in December, I've had a few people offer me to go to events at end of December and New Year. I want to spend it with family. Reason being is because I don't see my family as often, and obviously I have quite an older family, if you will, and I do want to spend time with them, and family to me means a lot. So the last 2 weeks in December and maybe the first week in January, I'm not planning on attending any events, filming any events, doing any like behind the vlogs or anything like that, or even car content. I'm probably not going to do that, because I want to focus purely on my family, especially on those 3 weeks. So I'll be taking a bit of time out from the content creation around that time. Like I said, towards the end of the year, I will be putting a video out, or maybe a couple of videos out, as, again, best of 24, just as what I kind of did last year. So, yeah, that's probably where I'm going to be at with that.
2 days later.
Right, a bit of a random one for a Sunday. I'm going to go back down to the Vestry, done another open deck session, playing something a little different, just kind of doing a bit of mixing, just random on the decks action, playing a genre that I don't normally play under an alias. I don't normally alias, but yeah, just something to do with the partying, DJing life, if you will. So I thought I'd add this, and also just want to add it's back at the Vestry.
Happiness, is it truly meant to last?
dreams could come true till you walked into my life. Like wings need the wind, you lift me higher. Like the sun needed stars, you make my world shine bright. Like a song needs a soul to sing it louder. You are the light of my life. Like the woods need the trees, you give me shelter. Like the sun needed stars, you make my world shine bright. Like the sea needs the shore, pull me closer. You are the light of my life.
I'm just here at the Vestry, great little venue, definitely something you need to check out. Great back bit, great bar, great vibe, great music. It's great to just have a jam.
The next day.
Okay, so it's Monday and woke up to a bit of bad news this morning. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Francis Matthews. Now, from my personal opinion and from me knowing him, he was a lovable rogue, somewhat somebody who enjoyed the party side of things a little more excessively than maybe some others, but he did have a decent heart. There are a few other things, a few personal matters that I'm not going to discuss on here, but a few people watching this some will probably already know. End of the day, in the scene that we move in, there are a lot of damaged souls, damaged, misunderstood people. Some people with an outwardly different perspective on things. And end of the day, we all intermingle in this world, and we escape from whatever sort of life that we're living or the mundane routine that we live in. And it upsets me to know that there is still a lot of judgment after somebody has passed. You could argue some of it may be more justified than others, but I'm going to put it out there and say, regardless of what they've done in the past, it doesn't change who they were and what they contributed to what we loved. For example, an event that I play for, which was their event, Off the Carrot, very intimate, very what a rave should be. And he did a lot of good. I mean, I can't comment too much on his personal life because I don't know enough, and nor is it the right place for me to do that here. But I just want to kind of mention and tackle these points because, in my opinion, he was a misunderstood person. I didn't know him well enough to say that he was an absolute angel or whatever, but he was certainly a character that was very memorable, and a lot of us, in some way or form, have met and have enjoyed our time with him. So I just want to say, well, I want it to be known actually that my thoughts are with his family, and my thoughts are with people who have been affected by his passing. And yeah, it's a shame. It's another person that we've lost, to add to a lot of people that we have lost this year. I mean, I don't know what else to say without sounding like I'm trying to preach or whatever, but what I will say is, regardless of who you think of people, or certain people within the world outside of the weekend and the party environment, they're still humans at the end of the day. We still make mistakes. We still bleed. We still breed. We still breathe. We're all the same. We just do things differently, and we shouldn't judge others based upon hearsay, rumour, or what you may already know. Because end of the day, we all go to these events to escape from the stresses, life's turbilations, and things that would be difficult to cope by your average human being. I'm not saying life is that difficult, but what I am saying is, in life there should be some sort of way of relieving yourself mentally, and you know, we're all parts of that world, and I think we should all respect the fact that what we do outside of the party is our own business. But at the same time, you know, we shouldn't judge people on their misgivings, and we should hold our own counsel. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that in this. I don't know if this is the right thing for me to do on this, but what I will say is my personal opinion and my personal experience of the guy is, I had a lot of time for him. He's a decent lad. Yes, misunderstood. Yes, somebody that could have done things better, but I myself could be an example of that. And for everybody that we meet and we our paths cross in some way, whether you don't like the look of them or how they sound, or whether you've heard a rumour or not, you shouldn't even just stand there and just judge them and write them off straight away. You should just accept them for who they are and enjoy whatever time you spend with them, because they could be gone tomorrow. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Three days later.
Okay, so that's pretty much the long and short of this vlog. So a few things I just want to mention as well with this. So I've got Blueprint coming up. I'm just going to be filming that event. It's going to be a bit of a stressful day. I think the behind the vlog's going to be a little bit more condensed and a little bit short in areas, because I'm attending an aunt's funeral who recently passed away due to a very aggressive form of cancer. So I'm not looking forward to that day, but there's a lot happening all around that weekend. So what will be probably with that vlog will be more of a case of the day of the event. There might be some bits leading up to it. I don't know. I'm not really thought it through much. But there'll be bits leading up to the event, and then obviously behind the scenes with the event and a few other bits, and then after the event as usual. And then later in October, I'm going to Trancecodas. Now, this Trancecoda vlog's going to be a little different. The actual main vlog is going to the main vlog and the behind the scenes vlog are going to be kind of mixed together, because I'm going to be going to Trancecoda as a raver. I've never been to a Fright night. I've always wanted to go. For the past 12 years I've been wanting to go to a Fright night, and I've just never had the opportunity until now to go. So this is as good an opportunity as I'm going to get. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to check it out, enjoy the event, and also revisit the Emporium, because I've only been there a few times as well. That's a venue in my 20 odd years I've been in this industry. That's the one venue I've never played at, and I've not been to as much as I feel as though I should have done until now. So again, I'll be going back there and hopefully getting, promoing the Emporium a little bit. So that's going to be the long and short of the next 2 VaderMonkey vlogs and the next 2 behind the scenes. Also, I'm looking at the J Talks Cars stuff. I've had to ease off a little bit on that, because I've not been able to put much time into it recently, because the main vlogs and the behind the scenes have really kicked off lately. The events updates, I don't know if you've seen the recent October update, but that's chocked full of events. So I'm now having to work out how to condense some of the events updates to coincide with the vlogs, because I want to try and keep the vlogs at least around under 50 minutes, under 40 minutes, and they've been creeping up towards an hour. I mean, maybe you guys are quite happy with our vlogs. I don't know, but I'm just trying to think on doing things a lot better, so that you guys are not getting bored, my content's not dragging out more than it needs to, and you're able to get a little bit more involved with what it is that I do, and maybe I can share this adventure and my story a little bit better. I don't know, I just don't know. But again, please put comments, please put your thoughts in the comments, because yeah, it helps, because I take note and I do act upon them. So yeah, there's quite a lot that's now started going on. I mean, 2024 so far has been really, it has been full on, very fast paced. The record label has gone in the right direction. These vlogs have been very well received and supported, and people are enjoying them. I just want to make a point as well. I know we're on the second channel, which hasn't got as many subscribers as the main channel, but that subscribe really means a lot. The reason why I want to get as many subscribers on this channel is purely because I want to grow this project. I want it to be relied upon, where people, instead of going through Facebook and struggling to find certain events, or being on Facebook groups that kind of you have to scroll back weeks before you see something that should have been happening that week or whatever. I want this to be a real-time update, and it just provide the right service for you guys, something you can rely upon. I've taken a lot of inspiration from Rapture TV and Clubland TV with what they've done. Admittedly, some bits you don't want to include, because I mean, it might be relevant, but at the same time, some of it was a little bit of the wrong impression. So I want to just keep it very straight to the point of introductory, go to an event, provide you with an after movie and a rejig your memory if you had a very indulgent night, shall we say, and and basically support these events in the UK. I've said it before, I mostly focus on the small events. I am covering a couple of bigger events towards the back end of this year, but
when we're covering these bigger events, I want to do it in a different way. I don't want it to be like a promo for that big event. I want it to be something that promotes the scene, promotes the clubbing industry, because I feel as though there's not enough of it. I feel as though it's been not silenced, but been muted a little bit. I mean, a point that people brought up with me is, you know, if you're filming, you could end up catching somebody in quite a really bad state, because there are people that do go very hard very quickly, and 9 times out of 10 they're the ones that need carrying out. End of the day, if I see a situation that I feel is not ideal, I avoid it straight away. I always check my surroundings before I start filming. I always, you know, take note of certain individuals in the club and the environment, because end of the day, I don't want to embarrass anyone. I don't want to portray the scene in a negative light. I don't want to, you know, I mean, there are misconceptions, and a lot of it's from, you know, the generation before, but the current generation now, if they see something like that, there's one half that will be like, I want to be like that, and there'll be the other half going, oh, I don't want to get involved because it's always like that. And I want to avoid that. I want to portray things in the right way, in a positive light. I want to bring a new crowd, a new generation into our world, because I feel in order for certain things to live on and be sustainable, I feel giving the right impression matters, and end of the day, everybody benefits in the end, or at least I hope so. So yeah, that's reason why I'm very careful about what I film, how I film, when I film it, and the situation circumstances around it. Another point that's been brought up to me is, what do you do when the event's dead? Now, my job with these vlogs is to make the event look better than it was, whether it was busy or whether it wasn't. There have been a few events where there could have been a bigger crowd, it could have been better, but the vibe in the room, you can have an amazing vibe with just 5 people. Not that it's sustainable, but you know, it's all about the vibe, and it's all about the feeling and the escape from it. So what I tend to do is I tend to focus more on the DJs and certain little moments. I try and use line of sight, just to kind of give it an impression of it looked more busier than it was. You know, just little things, little techniques I've learned over years anyway, from just, you know, hobbying and messing around with cameras. So the whole idea is I don't show up to an event and they have a bad night and I make the night look as bad as it was. I try to make it look better than it was. A lot of you have probably said, well, what's the point in putting the vlog up if it wasn't busy? End of the day, the whole idea is these small events need supporting, and I feel, you know, if they don't look that busy, they clearly need more support. Because if you just make it out as though they weren't supported that well, people are going to go, oh, it's shit at that event, nobody goes. And what I want to try and do is basically like have this, you know, give you this feeling of it may not have been busy, but it looks an amazing night. And that's what I aim to do with you know, the vlogs, whether they've got a big crowd or not. Another thing people have brought up is we see you DJing at some, but we don't see you DJing at many. We don't see you on many lineups. I've proactively decided that I will focus more on the vlogs than I will of my gigging opportunities. That doesn't mean to say that I don't get frustrated about not playing at certain events, because there are quite a few events in the UK which I feel I deserve the opportunity. But I've been explaining this to a lot of people. For the sake of an hour's gratification, I'd rather take a night's gratification and the work after it. Because, you know, what gives me great pleasure is seeing people enjoy the content I'm creating about a world that they enjoy. Playing to those people, I mean, yeah, I get the same buzz, but it's only an hour. And, you know, you just show up and then within an hour it's over and done with. It's a very, very short dopamine hit. With these vlogs, it gives me a great pleasure to know that you guys enjoy what it is that I'm doing. And, you know, you come back to it and go, that was a great night. And you watch the after movie and maybe listen to me chat bollocks for a bit. But I love the fact that you guys come back and you do that, and it's filling me full of joy and giving me that dopamine buzz that I enjoy. That, you know, you guys are doing something, well, I'm doing something for you guys that you can look back on in years to come, and, you know, I was there, or such a body, whatever, so on and such forth. So that's pretty much the long and short as to why I am not too bothered about gigging as much. However, next year I am looking to play out more, because I've used this year as well to take a year out from producing, putting out as many tracks myself, especially after spending 3 years on an album which was mentally and emotionally draining. So I actively took a time out from that, and that included the gigging. So next year I'm wanting to get back into the routine more, playing out more, but I want to do it in a way where it complements the vlogs, because I feel my performance vlogs and the main vlogs do go hand in hand, but I don't always have to be performing at events to do a vlog. I mean, one such example is I've got Technopia next month in November, and I'd let the promoter know that I was coming to film the event, and I get a message back from the promoter asking if I'd be interested in playing, which I was like, obviously I'd jump at the chance. Wasn't what I was expecting, not what I was looking for, not what I was seeking, but I was very grateful nonetheless. So that's come about, and I am now playing on the, I think it's 16th of November at Technopia. I have another gig in December, on the 7th of December. I haven't really got any details on it as yet. I know who the promoter is, I know the details, but I can't give those details out just yet until they make announcements. So I'm keeping it hush. Even when it comes to the events updates, I can't really talk about it until I get a full announcement or clearance to announce the event. So yeah, I've got 2 gigs left in the year, but when it comes to the vlogs, I'd rather choose to do the vlogs over the gigs opportunities. I'd rather push for the vlogs than the gigs. But any promoters out there, if you want to book me and get me on at any point during next year, I'm available. What I want to do though is I want to tie it in with vlogs and my schedules. So if we're able to do that, everybody benefits as well. You know, I mean this is going to sound like me selling myself a little bit, but if you're going to book me, I offer an after movie, free promo, continued promo as well, and also as well is just, you know, better support for everyone really. It's not, I'm not one of those people that'll go, thank you for the gig, right, I'll see you next time I see you. It's a case of I will continue to support the brand if the brand supports me likewise. So yeah, that's where I'm at with those thoughts.
So, just something I wanted to bring up as well. VaderMonkey TV has its own merch being retailed through Etsy. We're currently running a discount of 10% using the discount code VaderMonkey TV. You can just basically get yourself 10% off our hoodies and our t-shirts, as well as VaderMonkey Vlog merchandise as well. So, you know, if you just want to just show your appreciation, I'm currently wearing one of the new hoodies as well. I've been road testing it for the past few weeks, and it's really good quality, and I absolutely love it. I pretty much wear it every other day. Also as well, I'm giving out free VaderMonkey TV stickers. I have 50 available. So if I see you out and about, if you just let us know, you know, Jay, may I have a sticker, then happily. Otherwise, just please email VaderMonkeyJ@gmail.com. Give me your address and where you want me to send it to, and I will personally mail it out to you in the post. I just again want to thank everyone for the support, and may this continue. Right, so I think I've covered what I need to cover in this behind the scenes. If you're checking out the vlogs on Facebook and it's directing you to YouTube, if you could please like and subscribe, like and comment to any posts that VaderMonkey TV put up on Facebook. It just helps with the algorithms, and hopefully we can gain more traction from this project. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. The subscribe is important, because the more subscribers are on board, you know, the more, you know, you guys are in the loop of the content that I put out and any sort of exclusive behind the scenes stuff that I may bring up in future behind the vlogs. So I'm going to leave this one at that. Please like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Please like and share and comment on Facebook. And thank you for supporting this project. And I will see you in the next Behind the Vlog. Ciao, bien.
Lagging whilst gaming? Out of steam after a long day at work and you want to go out raving? Or just need something to get you through your grueling day? dubbyenergy, a healthier alternative to the off-the-shelf brands. Dubby is packed full of the important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks don't provide. This product doesn't contain artificial additives and is also sugar-free, maltodextrin and keto-free. One tub on average is cheaper than consuming 2 cans per day of the off-the-shelf brands. Order your dubbyenergy via their website at dubbye.gg and use my promo code VaderMonkeyJ to get yourself 10% off your order. Keeping yourself energized doesn't have to be unhealthy.